See, we have come together not to listen to me, but listen to Ilyas Chohan. We have a candidate for the State Senate in State District 44. So he'll be talking to us shortly, and he will also be answering a lot of questions. And we also have a Shazia, candidate for House of Delegate, District 44B, same district, 44B. And I believe there is a third candidate for 44A, and I haven't seen her here. Now, my sincere advice to both candidates, or all candidates, is that they are going to become, inshallah, the community leaders. So inshallah, with that, I will stop here and thank everybody for listening. And God bless you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I think in addition to two new candidates, we may have a new singer for The Voice. Our first speaker this evening is both a personal friend and professional colleague of Shazia Shah for over 10 years. Please help me welcome Ms. Yolanda Smith to share a few words.
Good evening. As he said, my name is Yolanda Smith. And actually, I have known Shazia for 15 plus years. She forgot 5, but that's okay. I wanted to say that Shazia, in all the years that I have known her, she has been a loyal friend and colleague at all stages of our hospitality life. And that's how I know Shazia, is from the hospitality industry. And if anyone knows anything about the hospitality industry, it has its ups and it has its downs. Our down period was when we were in a closet for hours, almost until 2 o'clock in the morning, because we had to label each shelf. We were giggling and laughing because we were like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, we must stop. We need to be back at 7 o'clock in the morning, I believe. But we persevered, and she persevered, and she pushed me to make sure that we had our deadline completed. And we did pass, so yes, we did pass. There's a quote by Margaret J. Whitley that says, "There is no power for change greater than a community discovering what it cares about." You will find this in Shazia. You elect her, you will find no truer statement than this. Shazia will be there for the change of the community. She would be up for the ups and the downs of the community to ensure that there is a change that is made for the community. She will work those late nights into the early mornings to ensure that you, the constituents, understand that she is loyal to whatever the fight may be. If you have any questions about that, you can come ask me, because the 15 years we have been together as co-workers and as friends, we have fought together to ensure that our little community and our hospitality committee were committed, and she is committed to the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Yolanda, for those beautiful words. Next, I'd like to welcome a man who is known to both of our candidates, Shazia Shah and Ilyas Chohan, for more than 20 years. Please help me welcome Mr. Jay Patil.
How's everyone doing? Good? All right. It's a privilege to be here for my brother and sister Shazia and brother Ilyas. But before I get started, I want to say a few things about destiny, about privilege, and about a fight, but a good fight, a fight that needs to be fought. Now, some bad news first, then the good. Donald Trump said this morning that the only thing preventing another run is a doctor's note. Now, we all know he's a doctor himself, the best doctor in the world, the best. He knows more than any of the doctors, right? What does that have to do with a local campaign? A lot. There's a famous saying by Winston Churchill that a society that values its privileges above its principles eventually is going to lose both. Now, we're here on a beautiful day. Yes, beautiful day. In a beautiful place, in a beautiful country. I see Muslims, I see some Hindu brothers and sisters, Sikh brothers and sisters, Christian brothers and sisters, non-denomination, and whoever else. We're all in this beautiful land, beautiful country. But when we say America, what does that mean? Yes, it's a land. A lot of us came here as immigrants. Everybody at one point came here as immigrants. We settled here. We lived here, took advantages of the opportunities here, made lives here, made futures for our families here, had our hopes here, had our dreams here, and found success here. Because at some point in history, because of the experience that a few people had in Europe, they said, there's an idea. The idea is that we want a space and a land where anybody from any part of the world can come. And they're guaranteed freedom of religion and the ability to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That we will create a society, it's an idea, it's a noble one. But to preserve this idea over time, everybody's going to have to fight for it. There's no guarantee. God gives us. God blessed that idea. I don't want to get into politics of what happened, how, but anyway, we're all here living as a byproduct of the success of that idea, whether it's economic success or personal success or whatever it is. I came here in the 80s, I was a little kid. My father came here, didn't know anything about America. I came 9 years old, and I know all the successes I've had. I know all the successes my brothers had. I know all the successes my sisters had. And I think, unlike never before, we've seen this in the past century, tremendous turmoil, wars, and it always starts. We saw World War II as a perfect example. It takes one person. It takes one person, whether for good, for better, or for worse. Probably never, like never before, the idea that there should be some place that all human beings, no matter what their backgrounds, no matter where they come from, that God bless a place where people can come, live together peacefully, share in the prosperity, help each other. That very idea is threatened, not by missiles, not by nuclear weapons, but by people and a movement that fundamentally thinks that that idea should no longer exist. So we're here as a community, a beautiful community, represented and clearly representative that the idea is a good idea, it's a noble idea. But it's going to require a fight. This is not a political campaign. This is not a political campaign. They're not here to give political speeches. They're not politics. I've known both of them. They're wonderful. I love them. They've given me a lot of love in their life. And I'm speaking to them, speaking about them. Even though I think of them as a brother and sister, I'll get to some objective facts later on, good facts. But even though this is a local campaign, this campaign, make no mistake, every campaign, we've seen what happens when people passively say, oh, we just leave it, or forget about it, or this is not, I don't want to do anything. We've seen what happens. So first of all, if all of you are here who love this country, who love the opportunities that this country is given, who think this is a blessed country, and who want that to continue for your children and for their children, you cannot afford to sit this out. You cannot afford to pick the wrong candidates. Because this is a fight unlike, it's not a battlefield. There's no missiles being dropped. There's no warships. This is to preserve every ordinary citizen. You brought into the idea that this country is worth it. And now you're going to have to fight for it. At every level, local, state, national, federal, whatever it is. And I've known both of these people for a very long time. They've given me a lot of love. Been with them through the worst of times and very good times. They're good people. They have a very good heart. You can use two verses, one from the Bible, Christian brothers and sisters here. God says to love God with all your heart and being, and to love your neighbor as yourself. There's a verse in the Quran that says, whithersoever you turn is the face of God. Which means that whenever people run for office or do something, you have the privileges, but it's also a sacred responsibility. And I know both of them are up for that sacred responsibility because they're the type of people who do love their neighbors. They want their neighbors to be as successful as they are in every way. They want their neighbors to live in security. They want their neighbors to have economic success. They want their neighbors and their children to grow up in a country where they don't have to live in fear for whoever they are. And that idea has to be preserved. And that idea is under threat unlike it has ever been before. And you cannot afford to be passive this time. Because if he truly comes up with a doctor's note and he succeeds, God help us all. This is not. So every level, be active. I'm no politician, but Barack Obama used to say, don't complain, vote, right? Remember the famous line in 2008? Make a commitment to yourself. Not only you will vote, get 5 people. 5 friends. Don't go to the polls by yourself. Bring people to the polls. Your voice is going to have to be loud. Because otherwise, this principle and this idea may not survive a level of crazy that world has not seen for a very long time, at least not in this century. So anyway, for my brother and sister, wonderful. Thank you. God bless you. And I hope you are successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay, for sharing those beautiful and important reminders of civic engagement for all of us. I would like to now call up Dr. Surinder Singh, a well-respected Sikh community leader who is also active in civic political engagement in both Baltimore and overseas in India.
Good evening, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure and privilege to stand before you for the support of Ilyas Chohan as a senator and Shazia Shah as a delegate of 44 district. You all know there are 2 seats. So there are 2 candidates. If you are having a first choice, Shazia Shah, then the second choice must be Ilyas Khan. If you have a first choice, Ilyas Khan, your second choice must be Shazia Shah. So we shall win both seats. Then You are the right person or right decision maker. The reason is we are very successful in our business. We are very successful to celebrate festivals, star nights, culture nights, but we are very poor in politics. I am happy that you have taken initiative to stand as a political leader, and both are, from grassroots level. I know Ilyas Chohan from last 10, 15 years, and Shazia Shah also from last several years. We are together during Kartarpur corridor opens. I was the person who was standing along with Navjot Sidhu when he was addressing. So I am very famous among your community and South Asian community, and my whole heart support of my community is with both of you. And I assure you that I'm a secretary of Gurdwara Sikh Association of Baltimore. You come any Sunday and address our Sangat of 500 people so that they should know and tell their friends to vote you. So with that, thank you very much. God bless you. God bless America.
Thank you, Dr. Singh, for sharing those wonderful words. Before I call up my sister Shazia, I just wanted to share a few words about her. So she's a longtime member of the Baltimore County resident here within this Woodlawn security area. She has deep roots in this community. She attended Woodlawn High School right down the street from us, followed by Catonsville Community College and then the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. She continues to live here in Baltimore County with her husband and 4 beautiful children. She learned the importance of family and community at a young age when she found herself having to take care of her 2 parents with cancer without health insurance, and she wound up losing both of them within 3 months of each other. She began to think about how to end the inequality of our healthcare system so that everyone can afford quality healthcare. She has come to know how important it is for families and our seniors to have access to long-term care programs and the protection of Medicare and Medicaid. Being a business owner, Shazia understands that the most effective way to improve our district and community is by supporting entrepreneurship and new skills training and strengthening our local business corridors, including Frederick Road, Security Boulevard, and Baltimore National Pike Route 40, and especially Security Mall. The flourishing of our local businesses will create more jobs, leading to improving our local economy and helping our district thrive. Shazia realizes the importance of a great education with strong and well-performing schools. She will fight hard to eliminate the gaps in our education system. She will support pre-K funding and computer science education for all of our schools. She knows education is the key to breaking down the barriers to success and the path to middle-class jobs. Shazia is committed to a democratic platform and emphasizes public safety and recreation and education and job training and community and business development. She has proven that she is a selfless leader that will fight and work to improve the livelihood of the residents of District 44. Please help me in welcoming Shazia Shah.
Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum, sat sri akal, namaste. Thank you so much for coming in here. Thank you so much to be here to support us, to be here to start a kickoff of our campaign, Brother Ilyas and mine. I do want to introduce myself. For those of you who do not know me by now, my name is Shazia Shah, and I am running for Maryland House of Delegate for District 44B. My family and I have been a long-term Baltimore County resident. This is the place where my brother and I grew up. And this is the very place that I'm raising my 4 wonderful children with my husband, Imran Shah, for almost 25 years. Ever since I made an announcement of being a candidate for this upcoming elections, a lot of people have asked me, why? Why am I doing this? The reason is because my family, my friends, you guys, you have encouraged me to run. you believe that I have what it takes to be a delegate, to run and to solve the issues that our community is facing these days, that District 44 is facing these days. Another reason that I want to run is because I believe that to be a great politician, you need a common sense, an intellectual judgment, and appreciation of economic and political needs of our community. Why do I want to be part of that political system? Is because I want to help represent and bring positive change in our district for all of our communities, not just Pakistani, not just Indian, diverse community, all of us. I strongly believe that our community and our politicians can do a little bit better. I hope to inspire others. I hope to inspire others to be more civil, more honest, and more politically diverse. These 3 points, this is what I'm running with. Be honest, be civil, and be diverse. There are a few issues that I'm also talking about. I'm concerned about the increase of drugs and crimes in our district. I'm concerned about low ratings of our schools. I'm concerned about the increased traffic in our area. So being a Muslim parent, I can relate to a lot of Muslim parents out here. A lot of us have moved from different counties, from different areas, from even different states to be around in this community because we have one of the largest masjid called Islamic Society of Baltimore, also called Al-Rahma. Al-Rahma offers very good education for our children. It makes sure that our children grow up with better Islamic values. That's why we've been paying higher rents. That's why we've been buying houses on higher prices. Our school, middle and elementary schools are great. They're blue ribbon schools. But when it comes to high schools, we're not so lucky. I went to Woodlawn High School many years ago. I graduated in 1993. Used to be a great school, but it's not so much. And we all know that. Being here in this district, almost all of us know this. There are people who move all the way to Howard County or to different districts just to give better education for our children. I don't want that. I want our people to be proud of our school district. I want people to send their children to Catonsville High, to Woodlawn High. We must pay attention to these schools. We must pay attention to high school. Thank you. Another one of my concerns is traffic. A new district court just opened right around the corner. It's great for our community. But it is putting a strain on our traffic and our environment. One thing that I've seen in Towson is that they have circular buses. These buses are free. They get you to point A to point B for free. This will help us. This will help our low-income families to get to workplaces, to get to anywhere, to get to mall. Speaking of malls, let's talk about our beloved Security Square Mall. This used to be a hip mall. I don't know how many of you remember. This used to be a cool place to go. My very first job was at Sears, right in there. I was 16 years old. I started working there. I put myself to college from that income. Our friends hung out there, and it was safe, full of shopping options. And as I said earlier, it was a hip place to be. I know that there's a committee out there under a wonderful lady named Danielle. She's working on a project called Revitalization of Security Square Mall. I am part of that committee. And I personally am passionate about bringing that mall up We need to get involved to find solutions. We don't want an abandoned mall. We don't want small businesses to feel as if they must close due to crimes. Our goal is to make sure that District 44 stays as great as I used to remember. I want to suggest bringing in even some recreational places. I want to fill up those the empty spaces that big department stores have left. Next, I like to see if we can resolve an issue of childcare. Did you guys know that District 44 has 65% women? Come on, women. Some of these women are working 2 jobs to make ends meet. There's a dire need of bringing in free or lower cost childcare. We need to give some relief to these mothers. I even want to see some workplace childcare. Let's introduce it, let's implement it. Anything is possible, right? My last point of the evening is, which is very personal to me and Yolanda, we both agree on that. This should be a concern to all of the residents, young and old. Human trafficking. I don't know if you guys know, but it exists. It exists in our district. It exists in our community as well. It is a prevalent problem in Baltimore County. Because I've worked as a hotel manager for now 16, 17 years, I've seen young adults, both male and female, to be used and abused as sex trafficking. We as a community must wake up and see this problem for what it is. I believe we should combine our efforts and work to put an end to it. I believe that there are problems that affect everyday people, which is who I am, which is who my family is, which is who you guys are, and which is who I want to represent. Before I leave, I do want to introduce our team. I want to start with my campaign manager, Mr. Kenny Brown. Where are you, sir? I'd like to introduce, well, you've already heard, Dr. Gill. Mr. Sajjad Baloch. Sayyid Abid Hussain. Sayyid Wahid Hussain. Ms. Samreen Fahim. Sayyid Ali Raza. Where are you, Ali? Shariar Hussain. My husband, Imran Ahmad Shah. My children, and I know they're shy, but I'm still going to tell you to get up. Unas Shah, my eldest, right there. Shamaz Shah. Ayan Shah, the singer. And Uzhan Shah. My very, 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 very lovely nephews, Taha, Hamza, and my beautiful niece, Zoha. Where are you, buddy? And my sister-in-law, Asma. Now, I want to introduce you to our emerging community member, a great human being, a humanitarian, and someone that I have learned to respect in past few months since I've known you. And hopefully, our future senator, Mr. Ilyas Chohan.
I love today. Look at this. That's a real love today. That's a real love. I'm excited. I'm excited. My wife is here. My daughter is here. For last 33 years, my partner, Ilyas Khan Saab. Peer Saab, Shah Saab. And last 30 years, my close friend, he did step up to the plate today and did it every time. Kenny Brown. We always, me and you always talk about this and that. Today I admit I owe you. You did step up to the plate for me. Thank you. Majid Sai Saab, Gulsher Saab, Karni family is here. Malik Saab, my sister. Thank you. And Mushtaq Saab is here too somewhere. I believe I'm familiar to many of you. I am Ilyas Chohan, candidate for State Senate in District 44, and I am self-funded. In state of Maryland, I'm alone a self-funded person. This fact enable make me policy and decision based on the need of my community. The only special interest group that I will answer to is you. Because I spend my own money, so I will answer you. It is a pleasure to be able to speak with you. A little personal history. I began working at the age of 17 to help support my family. Finished high school, enrolling in the college, but realized early on that I just could not afford to continue. I am sure my story has familiar ring to many of you. So many of us have faced similar circumstances. I have lived and worked in this area over 30 years. I am proud to be a small business owner. I'm fortunate to be able to start my own business. I have 2 daughters, college bounded. I have raised them to be independent young women. I believe they have outstanding future ahead of them. I have given them every opportunity that I can to ensure their success. I have been involved in many local issues, and I will continue to do so. The only way to make good change is to communicate with each other, to decide our priorities, and to engage other public officials in dialogue to move us forward. As your state senator, I will deliver into state budget to ensure that 44 district will be on the list of priorities. It will be my job to keep all of you informed of the attitude and atmosphere in Annapolis. I will represent you the best of my ability. I will need your voice. Partner with me to bring home resources needed to succeed. Let us together look at how we manage our small business. We have a budget that we must adhere to. We know how to use common sense, manage expenses, pursue creative idea to increase income, employ local residents, and create an atmosphere of trust and success. It is our right to live in safe, clean neighborhood where our children can grow and thrive through a good education, a safe environment, proper health care, and ultimate possibility. Together, we can be successful. And June 28, 2022, I need your vote. Shazia, she needs your vote and need your help. Volunteer. That's the only day I need your help. The June, I see the hand. How many people is going to help us? Come on, 65% lady, but hand is not going up. I just need the hands to promise. Thank you. I see the hand. Thank you. Thank you very much. Again, bottom of my heart. Sardar ji, dunge dilon shukriya ada karna tuhada. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Yolanda Smith, and a vote for Shazia is a vote for the community. If you want a hard-working candidate, elected official, you want to vote for Shazia. Thank you.
I'm Kenny Brown, and I've known Ilyas Chohan, for close to 30 years. I remember him as a young man, and this guy's just impressed me as he's grown and matured through life. This is the next step for him. This guy's always been interested in helping others, helping the community, and this is just the next natural step for him. So I support him, and just tell the community to watch the things he do going forward. Okay? All right.
I am Dr. Surinder Singh Gill, General Secretary, 6 of USA. Today I am in a kick-off party of Shazia Shah, delegate of 44 district, and Ilyas Chohan for Senator, District 44. I myself, along with my community, supporting wholeheartedly to both the candidates and request them to visit our Sikh temple and address the Sangat so that people can support more and huge so that they can win this seat. Best of luck, Dr. Gill.
आज जो ये इवेंट हुआ है ये बहुत ही शानदार शुरुआत है और माशाल्लाह बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है. पूरी कम्युनिटी सपोर्ट कर रही है शाजिया को और इलियास चौहान को और हम पूरी उम्मीद करते हैं कि इंशाल्लाह ये लोग अपनी पूरी एबिलिटी के साथ अपनी तमाम तर सलाहियतों के साथ जो है वो कम्युनिटी की खिदमत करेंगे और कम्युनिटी पूरा मेक श्योर करेगी कि ये लोग आएँ और हमारे लिए काम करें और हमें ऐसे ही लोगों की ज़रूरत है जो माशाल्लाह इतने ब्राइट भी हैं और पूरी तरह से वो अपनी पूरी नीयत रखते हैं कम्युनिटी के लिए कुछ करने की. तो मैं बहुत पुरुम्मीद हूँ इंशाल्लाह ये कामयाब रहेगा.
अच्छा है, पाकिस्तानी कम्युनिटी गेट टुगेदर है, बहुत अच्छी बात है. चौहान साहब, इलियास चौहान साहब इज़ अ ग्रेट लीडर. सारी कम्युनिटी के बड़े अच्छे बंदे ने. शाजिया शाह, आई मीट फर्स्ट टाइम शाजिया शाह, शी इज़ अ गुड लीडर टू. होप रखनी चाहिए, अल्लाह ताला इनको कामयाब करे. सारी कम्युनिटी को एक साथ होकर इनकी हेल्प करनी चाहिए और इंशाल्लाह करेंगे. थैंक यू.
हम तो बिल्कुल इनके साथ हैं, इलियास चौहान के साथ शुरू से साथ हैं. इंशाल्लाह ये जीतेंगे भी और शाजिया शाह भी जीतेंगी और कम्युनिटी के लिए इतना कुछ करेंगे कि कम्युनिटी सोच भी नहीं सकती. इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह. थैंक यू.
वालेकुम जी. आज मैं यहाँ मौजूद हूँ शाजिया और इलियास चौहान की पॉलिटिकल कैंपेन की लॉन्चिंग में और माशाल्लाह बहुत अच्छा टर्नआउट है और बहुत से वेरियस सोशल ग्रुप्स के लोग जो हैं वो यहाँ मौजूद हैं और डिवर्सिटी है विच इज़ वेरी गुड. और द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग विच आई लाइक्ड इज़ के शाजिया ने और इलियास ने बहुत अपने जो गोल्स हैं उनको बड़ा क्रिस्प वे में एंड क्लियर कट प्रेजेंट किया है और आई थिंक कम्युनिटी नीड्स टू सी कि वेयर वी आर गोइंग एंड व्हाट टाइप ऑफ प्लेटफॉर्म्स आवर कैंडिडेट्स विल बी प्रोवाइडिंग. सो इट सीम्स वेरी गुड. इंशाल्लाह आई थिंक they will have some solid footing and let's see what happens in present, in future. If they will, अगर ये इसी तरह काम करते रहेंगे तो सक्सेस हर फील्ड में ज़रूरी हो जाती है जब आप अच्छा मेहनत से काम करें कोई तो थैंक यू सो मच
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैं आज शाजिया शाह और इलियास चौहान की कैंपेन के लिए हम इधर आज जमा हुए हैं और ये पूरी कम्युनिटी की बड़ी हर दिल अजीज़ शख्सियत है काफ़ी अरसे से ये लोग इधर हैं और माशाल्लाह कम्युनिटी में काफ़ी पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं तो मैं इनका भरपूर इस कैंपेन का हिस्सा हूँ तो मैं यही चाहूँगी कि आप लोग भी मिलके घर से बाहर निकलें वोट दें ताकि हम इनको सपोर्ट कर सकें और आगे से हमारी कम्युनिटी के लिए ये जो ना कोई अच्छे से काम कर सके बहुत शुक्रिया
आज का माशाल्लाह चौहान साहब छा गए आज इन्होंने बड़ी अच्छी बातें की बड़े लोग आए कम्युनिटी के तमाम किस्म के लोग आए इसमें देसी भी हैं विदेशी भी हैं
अस्सलाम वालेकुम आज हम ये इलियास चौहान साहब और शाजिया शाह के इधर ओपनिंग इसके ऊपर आए हैं जिसके ऊपर इन्होंने अनाउंस किया अपनी कैंडिडेसी का और बड़े अच्छे तरीके से फंक्शन हो गया है और हम इनके लिए दुआगो हैं कि अल्लाह ताला इनको कामयाबियाँ दे
इनको सपोर्ट करें हमारी सपोर्ट इनके साथ है थैंक यू
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम अच्छा आज का इवेंट काफ़ी अच्छा पावरफुल इवेंट था काफ़ी अच्छे बहुत सारे कम्युनिटी के मेंबर्स भी आए हुए थे वेरी ग्रेट किक ऑफ very nice and they had very key political points of making the community, the area better. I fully think that Ilyas and Shazia will make a big difference in our area. So we're fully for it and I hope their message gets across to District 44. Thank you.
I think she is a very good candidate. I think she will actually make a difference in our community and help change things around, like help close the educational gaps and help us get into better high schools. Thank you.
So this was an important event to introduce two new wonderful candidates, Shazia Shah and Ilyas Chohan, who are running for District 44 here in Baltimore County. This is an important event and time to get new blood into our local politics, to get folks who understand what the local needs are of our community and be able to support them. It's important for us to encourage and come out. It's our civic duty and responsibility to help usher in new change and move things forward. Thank you.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम मेरा नाम नाइला आलम है और मैं टाउन ऑफ हंडन में काउंसिल मेंबर हूँ फर्स्ट पाकिस्तानी मुस्लिम काउंसिल मेंबर जो अब पूरी हिस्ट्री में इलेक्ट हुई हूँ आप सबकी दुआओं और सपोर्ट से और आज मैं एक बहुत अच्छे इवेंट पे आई हुई हूँ जो शाजिया शाह और ब्रदर इलियास चौहान का है जो दोनों रन कर रहे हैं मैरीलैंड से मैं आप सबको यही रिक्वेस्ट करूँगी कि इनको वोट करें और अगर आप इनके डिस्ट्रिक्ट में नहीं हैं तो इनको फाइनेंशियली डोनेशंस दें और वॉलंटियर करें इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि मोस्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तानीज़ और मुस्लिम जो हैं वो गवर्नमेंट में आगे हिस्सा लें बहुत शुक्रिया थैंक यू
My name is Mohammed Ishaq Khan and I have very close life partnership, friendship with Ilyas Chohan from the last 33 years. He joined me as my business team, and then he became the part of management, then my partnership. And we've been together from the last 33 years as a partner. He's a great young man. He has all ability to grow. He's very sincere. If the constituency of District 44 support him and he becomes the senator, he will be a great asset to them. He will do everything for their constituency generally and especially for all this state and for all this community. He has the ability to lead and he will be a great leader for this community and for all his constituencies. He will do everything what he is saying for better education, for better opportunity for seniors, for better daycare, for child care. All that system he want to support and he want to help. He will do his best. And you can trust him. He is very loyal. He is very dedicated. He is very honest. I will urge all community members, all friends and family to grow up from any grudges or anything personal and help this young man and help him to be elected in his constituency and he will be a great asset to all of us.
चौहान साहब को जी तकरीबन 35 साल से जानता हूँ
یہ ہمارے ساتھ کام کرتے ہیں. He is very honest guy and very good person. I hope he win and he can help to the Pakistani community and everything. So I just pray for him.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Naveed. I'm here support to Mr. Chohan, and there is a very successful event here, and we really enjoy, and we are supporting this guy because he belongs to our community, and we're enjoying here. Thank you.
میری پوری سپورٹ بلکہ میری ہم سب کی سپورٹ الیاس چوہان صاحب کے ساتھ ہے. تھینک یو، بہت بہت شکریہ.
السلام علیکم ناظرین، کیپٹل ٹی وی واشنگٹن آج بالٹیمور میں موجود ہے. کیوں موجود ہے؟ 11 ستمبر کے بعد جو ہے امریکہ کے اندر جو ہے بہت سارے مسلم پاکستانیوں نے جو پولیٹیکل پارٹیز میں حصہ لیا، اور اس کے بعد دیکھتے ہی دیکھتے 2015 تک جو ہے کافی حد تک جو ہے اس میں ان ہو گئے. اور آج 2021 میں جو ہم نے دیکھا کہ امریکہ کے مختلف حصوں میں جو ہے وہ مسلم اور پاکستانی جو ہے وہ اسکول بورڈ، ڈیلیگیٹ، کانگریس، سینٹ میں کھڑے ہوتے ہیں اور جیتتے بھی نظر آئے ہمیں. آج ہم یہاں پر کیوں موجود ہیں کہ دو پاکستانی سیلیبریٹیز کہہ لیں اب، کہ ایک الیاس چوہان صاحب ہیں، آپ دکھائیں. الیاس چوہان صاحب جو ہیں وہ سینٹ کی سیٹ کے لیے ڈسٹرکٹ 44 سے ہیں، اور شازیہ جو ہیں وہ ہاؤس آف ڈیلیگیٹ کے لیے ڈسٹرکٹ 44 سے ہیں. اور یہ دونوں لوگ پاکستانی کمیونٹی میں جانی پہچانی شخصیت ہیں، کسی تعارف کی محتاج نہیں ہیں، اور بہت بڑی ہوپ ہے کہ یہ جیت کے اور بالٹیمور ڈسٹرکٹ 44 میں اپنا محنت کریں گے اور یہاں کے لوگوں کو جو ہے فیسیلیٹیٹ کریں گے، چاہے کوئی بھی ہو. اور انہوں نے جس طریقے سے اپنی اسپیچ کی، یہ اسکول سسٹم سے لے کے بہت ساری انہوں نے چیزیں، آپ نے اسپیچ دیکھی سنی ہوگی ان کی، تو کہ بڑی ہوپ ہے. اور یہاں پہ اتنے زیادہ لوگ آئے ہیں، اور اس میں بالٹیمور کمیونٹی کے لوگ ہیں، امریکن، پاکستانی، انڈین اور دوسرے ملکوں کے لوگ یہاں پر موجود تھے. اور دیکھتے ہیں آگے آئندہ آنے والے دنوں میں جو ہے وہ یہ لوگ کیا کردار ادا کرتے ہیں پاکستانی کمیونٹی میں. اینڈ آئی ہوپ کہ آپ لوگ بھی جو ہیں ووٹ ڈالیں، ووٹ رجسٹر کرائیں، ووٹ ڈالیں. چاہے آپ کسی کو بھی ووٹ ڈالیں، لیکن ایٹ لیسٹ آپ ووٹ رجسٹر کرا کے ضرور ڈالیں.